Hello everyone, welcome to my course Introduction to the Linux Command. I am Amit and we are continuing from the last lecture where I have shown you some of the advantage of the Linux operating system and the comparison of Mac OS, Linux and Windows operating system. We are going to see some more advantage of Linux operating system. That Linux operating system is completely a user-friendly installation. You don't have to do much in that. It's very easy to install and set up program. Linux continue to work even when your hard disk gets full, but this is not in the case of Mac OS and Windows. Your Windows and Mac OS will stop working or it will get hang multiple times, but Linux will not going to hang anytime, even if your hard disk gets full. It is designed to do many things at the same time. Whatever you do in the Windows operating system, same thing you can do in the Linux also, like Microsoft Word, PPT, LibreOffice is there in that spreadsheet. So same thing what you do in the Windows, you can do it in the Linux also. Only the thing is Linux is much more secure and much more comfortable to use for the programmer perspective, for a software developer, network programmer, or a hardware engineer, firmware engineer. This is one of the best and highly popular operating system. So as I said you, it is secure operating system because it won't allow .exe file to run and it prevent you from unwanted visitor and virus. That's the reason server are programmed in Linux operating system because so that anyone cannot hack your server operating systems. So this is the architecture of the Linux operating system. These all the applications that are at the outer layer, shell, kernel, and hardware. What do you mean by shell kernel? Kernel is your core part of an operating system that is responsible for managing the resources. Resources means what? Resources means your memory. Okay, this kernel will going to decide what kind of resources provide to which process. For example, you have a multiple process running on your system. For example, there are two processes. One is you are running the Microsoft Word in Windows. Similarly, here LibreOffice software is there. So you can say LibreSoftware document file. And one is spreadsheet. Spreadsheet is the same as Excel sheet in the window document. So this kernel is responsible. These are the two processes of program running. Kernel is responsible for providing how much memory this require in the RAM, how much processor is required. So this kernel is responsible for interacting with the core part of operating system. Means how the Linux they operate, how the Linux they perform their operation is completely depend on this kernel operating system. So this kernel operating system is going to provide the resources, taking care of the resources allocation. Resources means what? Memory, storage, computing. So these are the resources that provide by kernel. Shell are the layer that will going to interact with the kernel. Means the application will not directly connect with the kernel. Application is what? The software that we install, like Microsoft Word or like WinRAR, Zip software, right? Video recording software. So all of the software are there. Compiler is used to convert high level language into machine language. And this date, this grep, cd, these are like some command of the Linux. This all will going to interact with the shell programming, which is a kind of interaction between your application and kernel. Kernel is the core part of operating system that will going to manage your hardware, that is your memory, RAM, storage, processor, and based on that, the Linux operating system will work. So user, they will going to run an application. In order to run the application will going to interact with the kernel, and this kernel will going to interact with the hardware. For example, you want printer. So how you're going to connect with the printer? This kernel will going to connect with the printer to your process. Suppose you wanted to print a PDF. PDF is suppose one process, and your kernel will going to help it to the printer or scanner so that it can scan a file or it can print a file. So this is the architecture of a Linux operating system. I hope it is clear to you that what is application, what is shell, kernel. So as I said, you hardware layer is like a hardware is the peripheral devices, RAM, printer, hard disk, CPU. Kernel is your core part of operating system that act as a interface between your hardware devices and your operating system. So they provide a communication between them. You can just think as a mediator who will going to take a response from the hardware devices to the Linux operating system and make your task run successfully. Shell is a interface to the kernel. Means you can just think. I will going to show you how you can write shell programming. It is just an interface where we write a programs and command so that we can connect to the kernel function. You can just think that kernel is a core part of operating system. So in order to connect your kernel, that interface or mediator, you have to program that mediator. You have to write a command. Then only you will able to connect with this kernel. And this is done with the help of shell scripting. We say shell scripting means we need to write a code and command to connect with the kernel. We have to run some function so that we can connect to the kernel and we can connect a hardware or we can make communication between hardware and kernel of the Linux operating system successfully. Utilities are the application programs or the functionality that you wanted to perform on the Linux operating system. Like LibreOffice, one example I've given. Compiler is one software, and like WinRAR, zip file, date app. So these are all the applications, utility programs that we wanted to work, we wanted to function, so we wanted to perform on the Linux operating system so that we can use it efficiently. So I hope in this video I have explained you what is an architecture of the Linux operating system and some of the advantage of Linux operating system, and you find this video more informative. So we're going to meet in our next video, next session, with some more knowledge about the Linux operating system. Till then, bye.